Okay, shalom, shalom, kwam yasha'Allah, kuhulayim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf, that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Waf just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And your boy Joe Biden with the pardon hookup, people on his ass right now, even some of those Democrats. But it says, where's the pardon for thousands of black men locked up for what Hunter did, right? And we know that there's no such thing as black people. That's not a ethnicity or a nationality, so to speak. That's a social construct that so-called white people made up. Because there's no country called black. There's no state, no city, maybe possibly a city or state. Who knows? Some fucking weird, but you get what I'm saying. But there's no such thing as black people. We are Israelites. And if you are a so-called black person, you would be from the tribe of Judah or the tribe of Yahweh, which is the same tribe that our Lord comes from, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, but his name is Yahushai, which means that he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo-Hebrew. And the true name of our Father, our King, his name is Yahweh, which means that he exists, or the existing one in the Paleo-Hebrew. No damn letter J in Hebrew. The Lord's name is not Jesus. And he's not some blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy that looked like Hunter Biden ass if he were to grow some damn hair. Hell out of here. Okay, but anyway, let's jump off into some of this article. In a highly controversial move this weekend, President Joe Biden did something that he repeatedly promised he would not do. He pardoned his son Hunter Biden, who was found guilty of crimes related to illegal purchase of a firearm and tax violation. Hunter has been given a full and unconditional pardon by his father. And I had done a lesson on this earlier, but the damn sound didn't come out. But it was a different article. But if you remember, like in the scriptures with Eli, his sons, man, he didn't check his sons, and the Lord brought judgment upon his house. He was this righteous man, but he just let them. He didn't chastise his sons, man. He shouldn't have had. He should have, done the business, man, before the Lord had to actually bring down judgment on his house. Because you can't do shit like that, man. If the guy's guilty, it is what it is. If you a man of your word and you're supposed to be about integrity, you gotta say, well, hey son, you gotta just go do that fucking time, man. I raised you to do better. So to speak, it is a slap in the face, but hey, we already know what it is, man. Hey, Esau been doing shit like this forever, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just here in the Americas. They do this all over the world, man. And anywhere where they have any type of power, hell, it can be a damn manager at a Burger King. There are a lot of damn kids come in there and get extra burgers and free burgers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But when it comes to law enforcement, we all know that somebody will get rid of a ticket, or you know how the game goes, man. This is an American way of living here, man. This place is wicked as hell. No righteousness here. Okay, but it says, explaining his rationale, President Biden essentially alleged that his son's legal troubles were the results of politically motivated witch hunt, and that his Justice Department carried out a miscarriage of justice against his own son. The no one is above the law refrain that Biden and others used against President-elect Donald Trump when he had his legal problems evaporated in the blink of an eye. To be honest, I don't care that the president pardoned his son. I never believed him when he said he wouldn't. And if I were in that position and Hunter was my son, I'd at least consider doing the same. What I do care about, however, is the fact that President Biden was the author of the laws that locked up many black men for doing the same crimes that Hunter was just pardoned for. Yep. I mean, your boy, there go the two men that really fucked the so-called black man over real hard, man, while they was in office. Right here, hugging each other. It says, as a senator, Biden was one of the authors of a law that his son violated. The prohibition against drug addicts owning guns. He has repeatedly bragged about his involvement in creating virtually every major crime law of the 1980s and 1990s. His push to create a federal drug czar and went so far that even Ronald Reagan vetoed it. Moreover, one of the most egregious acts of the Biden's legislative legacy was the outrageous sentencing disparity between those in possession of crack cocaine and powder cocaine, right? Now consider that Hunter was seen multiple times on tape smoking crack cocaine and wasn't even charged with possession, while thousands of Black Hispanic Americans were harmed by the disparate sentencing that Joe Biden supported. That's because, hey, we're under those curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. And let me grab a quick scripture too, because, they're slowly, coming from under this hookup right here. Let's get Psalms chapter 73, because they are being put on Front Street now. The Lord is starting to reveal Esau, because that's a part of the prophecies that the man of sin, the son of perdition, be revealed in the last days, according to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, I think that is. Now, Psalm 73 and 3, it says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." Because, a lot of our people, man, they, they're pretty, they get jealous of seeing how Esau prospers in his kingdom. But it's his kingdom, shit. It says, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." That's the point that I wanted to make right there. They're not in trouble like how we are, because this is their kingdom. The laws that they write and put out is generally to destroy the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's how you know that we're the Israelites. We are the children of Israel, man. That's our biblical nationality. And you go into, Deuteronomy chapter 28, and you pull up these curses, what you'll see is we fit these curses to a T. Let me get verse 1 real quick. It says, "And it shall come to pass," Deuteronomy 28 and 1, "and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth." So that was part of the contract right there, right? Now verse 15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Yep, in verse 16, very first one, it says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and store." That's that's going into, hey, every single one of these curses, man, if you read through here, what you're going to see is they fit us perfectly. All the way down to the point that the Lord would send us into captivity, in the hands of our enemies. Verse 68. Yeah, man, every single last one of these curses, man. Yeah, man, every single last one of them. You had to just read through them, because it's 68. It goes down to verse 68, but it just talks about how, we would be in a bad state, man, underneath these heathen, man, that they would rule over us with rigor. All we do is fucking go to work and come home and go to sleep and eat foul ass food, have to drink their poison ass water through the, we're in a bad state, man, because of these people, man. And they're not in trouble like how we are. Now, verse 47, it says, "Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." And you know what? I haven't done this in a while, because, they've been really swiping shit, off the internet as of late. Because when you put in yoke of iron and you web search it, generally, first thing you will see is so-called black people. See? Yeah, they done pulled a lot of pictures. Oh, these sneaky rat fucking bastards, bro. They done pulled the pictures down. They don't even show the pictures like that no more. But here's one right here. It used to be a lot more. Here we go right here. See pictures like this right here? That's yokes of iron. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. They actually have it right here. These are yokes of iron. And it used to be, when it first popped up, that's all you would see is so-called black people. Now they done got slick. See, they done got slick, and they done put up some other shit. And that's what Esau been doing as of late, because he knows for a fact that, This is one of the things that proves that we are the Israelites, to go along with all those other curses. Yeah, they done got slick. That's why I said that too, because it had been a while since I done it. But I always would just copy and or just copy it real quick and just go to the web search, and you'll see that those yokes of iron, man, were on our necks, man. Let me get verse 48 again. It says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger." Don't we have to go to them for food? We don't have no farms and shit like that. We don't even, we go to the supermarket, don't even know what the fuck we be buying most of the time. We just, have to just pray to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that it's okay to eat, man. Right? You want a damn hamburger, you want some fries, you want a damn turkey, you want a chicken, you want whatever it is that you want to eat, man. You generally have to go to these people for want of your food. And then it says, in hunger and in thirst, you got to pay this man a water bill for some fucking fluoride filled. Ain't no telling what's in the damn tap water. You jump out of the shower, your damn skin be all itching and shit. So we have to pay this man for actual water, man. Not to mention if you just want some orange juice or you want some damn milk, you want some wine, whatever it is that you want to drink, you have to go to this man to get it, man. It is what it is. And it says, and in thirst and in nakedness. So when it comes straight down to what we wearing, every piece of clothing that you have on, man, it comes from them. Now, you might have a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American person that might own a little boutique, got a little clothing store, a little shit like that, might be selling some shit online. But guess what? They don't own the materials to actually make those things. You know what I'm saying? They're in control of everything, from damn sewing machines to the needles to the thread. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're in control of that cotton, because that's how they got rich on our asses, man, in them fields with that yoke of iron on our neck. It says, and in want of all things. And it don't make no difference what it is that you want. If you want a television, you want a radio, you want a pair of glasses, you want whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying? You got to go to them for it. Now, generally, you know what I'm saying, a lot of this stuff will be made in China or but they still all the damn heathen. They all in on it together, according to Psalms chapter 83, because the enemies of the Lord are listed off in Psalms 83, right? So, and it says, of course, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And that's exactly what he has done. Now, we're just fucking destroyed. We're totally corrupt being in this man's kingdom, man. But anyway, let's get some more. Let's read into this a little bit more. Supporters of the president argue that Hunter would not have been prosecuted if he wasn't Joe Biden's son. Even the president alleged that in his explanation letter, Eric Holder, former attorney general in Obama administration, said on X, had his name been Joe Smith, the resolution would have been fundamentally and more fairly a declination. Here you go. You got fucking Jake fucking taken up for this clown. Well, if Hunter Biden was Hunter Smith from inner city Chicago or Cleveland, he would probably be in prison for multiple years. Of course, Hunter Smith would have already been a felon because he would have been convicted for possession of crack cocaine. Then if Hunter Smith was caught with a gun, he would have been convicted again as a felon in possession of a firearm, which carries severe penalties. If you are a felon, you are not even allowed to be in the same room as a person with a gun, let alone purchase one and lie on the form when you do it. See? What the scriptures say, they are not in trouble as other men. That's true, man. To be clear, I understand the circumstances surrounding the creation of crack laws of the 1980s and the 1994 crime bill. I am from the inner city, and I am old enough to remember the tail end of the crack epidemic. The issue is not the creation of the crime bill. The issue is that the finished product went too far. There are a trail of shattered homes and broken families as a result of convictions for some of the crimes that Hunter was just absolved of. Where's their pardon? The president could have pardoned anyone charged with the same charges his son was just freed of consequences from. It would have been a legacy-shaping moment and step towards fixing the mess that Biden created. Instead, he gave the proverbial middle finger to all the people that were harmed by the laws that he wrote by freeing his son from the consequences of them. Can't make it up, man. Good story. Good little article. Now, I didn't go off into any of these comments, but you know these white people, man, they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They'll be going in still. Yeah, it says Clueless Joe had the perfect ending to a totally failed presidency. He destroyed the country and rule of law all in one term. He will go down as the worst president in 100 years. Absolutely. Maybe worst president in 250 years. Isn't that wonderful? Yep. Dementia Joe is a pathological liar, and his legacy will be he was the worst president ever. He is guilty as his son. He is as guilty as his son for everything, including RICO violations. Biden, yeah, he saved himself. Shit. I said, man, there's a proud father. Just think, after 50 years in politics, he's someone's hero. Worthless as tits on a bull. And don't even go there with Trump. Big difference, yeah. Anyway, I'm surprised they're not getting on Jake. Like, fuck the black people. Because that's normally how they normally, jump off in these comment boards. It says, not many black men deal with business in Ukraine, too, though. Especially if they don't have a background in energy. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, well, let's go on into some more scriptures, man. We already know what it is, man. This is their kingdom, man. And matter of fact, in the backdrop right here, goddamn Jill Biden on this motherfucker talking about some goddamn Christmas decorations. Them big, stupid, dumbass trees, you know, just killing trees every year for the purpose of celebrating idolatrous white Jesus, man. You know, just looking crazy as hell. Anyway, let's get, you're not supposed to rest judgment. Let's see if we can find that real quick. Deuteronomy 16 and 19, thou shalt not rest judgment. Let me go into it. Thou shalt not rest judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons. See? You're not supposed to show partiality, man. Neither take a gift, for a gift doeth blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the righteous. Yep. You're not supposed to show partiality, man. You're supposed to, hey, you done that shit, and then you the one that came up with the goddamn laws, bro. You wrote all these bills, man. But hey, you so-called blacks, hey, y'all went out and y'all voted for this guy, knowing full well, with some people they just don't know, because Jake don't be doing no research. They don't be knowing who the fuck they voting for. They just see the word Democrat and that's who they voting for. They don't care. But there was plenty of videos though, man, that was out here showing you the things that this man was saying. You know what I'm saying? The footage is out here as to who he really is and who he really, way back then. Then he goes on, Charlemagne the God show and get to talking about if you don't vote for me, you're not black. But motherfucker, everything that you've done is against so-called black people, including all that old my body, my choice bullshit. Because we already know who you gearing that towards. You don't want our people, our women to have babies. You don't care about, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that abortion bullshit that they was pushing. Who do you think they was pushing that to? Yeah, see, man, that goddamn devil, bro. Hey, that word devil, man, it goes into deceiver, man. See, people hear that word devil and instantly you're thinking about, some red guy with some damn horns on his head, with the little triton in his hand, and that's not what that word means. That word goes into accuser, slanderer, damn liar, man. And that's exactly what this man is. He does that shit on a regular basis. Like all this time, he been telling you that he wasn't going to get involved. He's going to let the 12 jurors that found him guilty, he respects the law. Been lying all along. No, I'm not going to pardon my son. No, I'm not going to pardon my son. What does he do? He pardons his son. Let's see here. Leviticus 19:15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. See that? But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. And this is, these are laws, statutes, and commandments to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, of course, because you are the Israelites that these laws were written to. But Esau, the so-called white man, he put his hands on the Bible, and he's out here portraying himself to be the righteous people. And this is the type of shit that you get from him, man. Deuteronomy 27:19. Cursed be he that perverteth judgment of the stranger, fatherless, and widow. And all the people shall say amen. You can see, man, that dude is through. If he fucking lives to January 1st, I'd be surprised. And then of course, Kamala, she would be president for about 20 days. And probably for good, you know what I'm saying? To send this bitch in the Civil War. Because he looked like he's about out of here, man. That boy is walking death, man. Now, let's see. Isaiah 1:17. Learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Whew. Yeah, boy. Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth, man. And it goes on and on. And again, when you had Eli, Eli, man, he didn't judge his sons, man, and they all got murked. I think Eli, you know what I'm saying? I think he fell off, his chair and broke his neck, after hearing about the Ark of the Covenant being taken. But the Lord, gave Samuel overall, you know what I'm saying, of the information, you know what I'm saying, through the prophet. And Eli was like, hey, tell me what the Lord said, roughly paraphrasing, don't hold anything back. And he told him, Eli, he couldn't do nothing but, he was just like, well, hey, the Lord's will. Overall, roughly paraphrasing, man. But again, let me see if I can pull up this. This is when his ass was I just put in Joe Biden's Bible when he was sworn in. Big stupid ass Bible, man. I think the Bible was like 128 years old. It was his family Bible, and that motherfucker probably had a slave ledger in it and everything. Look at this motherfucker. This is family Bible right here. Look at that. And that boy got the Apocrypha in it. But look how big that Bible is, man. This was his family Bible. See? It says family Bible used by Vice President Joe Biden. So now he came in, he swore in on the Bible, right? And then he came in with all the freak laws. He came in with all them freaky laws, man. As soon as he signed in, man, swore right in on the Bible, man, as if he was just this righteous man. Just through, bro. Let me just end out here. Psalms 50 in verse 16. It says, but unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. So what was he doing with the Bible? He should have never had the Bible in his hands, man, to go along with any of these Edomites, so-called white people swearing in on the Bible, talking about white Jesus, knowing full well in the scriptures the Lord is not described as a so-called white man that stole every goddamn place that they live at, you know what I'm saying? And then again, they set up these court systems as if they're the righteous. Motherfucker sitting up there, he's judging you on stolen land that they stole. Like, it's crazy as hell. This place is just wicked as shit. And the Lord is really, you know, this is really like it's a real bad look, man, for America. And, you know, America has had a lot of bad looks since this guy's been in office. And it's been a real downward spiral real quick, like, man, these past 4 years with this guy. Right? So, you know, we're going to end out there, man. But this guy in this article, it was short and sweet, too. Straight to the point. It was a short and sweet article, man. Newsweek. This guy's name is Darvio Morrow. Pretty good writer there, brother. Straight to the point. Can't get around that. Can't ever front with that, man. Gotta love that. But anyway, man, I'm gonna end out here. I pray that the lesson was edifying with that. Kwame Yashala and the Bible Ball.